Now during Menards Winter Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
That's a way.
Good morning, football to you live in New York. You never know what we're talking about on the show. We're in the commercial breaks. What was it this time? Marvin the Martian?
Marvin the Martian.
You were wrong, Shregs.
I said I thought he was overrated and he didn't fight bugs. And meanwhile, you guys are telling me there's hundreds of episodes of him biting bugs and he's the most beloved Looney Tunes character of all time.
That's not what we said.
How are my mentions? I'm getting very angry.
He was undersized, undrafted
like
guy.
This guy.
There you go.
Right up my alley.
Right up your alley. This is the kind of character you can get
Would
behind.
you say he was the Tariq Cohen?
Oh.
Yes, he is.
Undersized, small school, not as celebrated as Elmer Fudd.
Remember Travis Birkenstock and Clueless? His tattoo or on his skateboard, his sticker, was Marvin Martian. He loved him, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fun facts all around. Welcome to Good Morning Football. We have an exciting wild card weekend ahead. The Titans making their first playoff appearance since 2008. But they have to travel to Arrowhead where the Chiefs are rested and they are just waiting. And they've somehow regained that spark that made them so hot to start the season. We have reporters with both teams this week as they prep for those playoffs. So let's get the very latest, starting with our very own Randy Moss with the Titans.
Well, Kay, the Titans had a bit more spring in their step than usual at practice Tuesday. After all, they're in the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. And their head coach, Mike Mularkey, says he believes his quarterback, Marcus Mariota, will be riding a wave of confidence heading into these playoffs because of his performance late in the fourth quarter Sunday against the Jags. His 2 key first down runs that helped cinch the win that put the Titans into the playoffs. Mularkey said it also gives the Titans confidence that they beat the Chiefs in Kansas City in Week 15 of last season. With the Chiefs now, let's go to James Palmer.
Thanks, Randy. The Chiefs coming into this short week on Wild Card Weekend with a different, really, feel than the Tennessee Titans. They used that final week of the regular season to rest so many key starters and also rest some guys that were nicked up, banged up, gave them a week to get a little bit more healthy, so they feel they somewhat had a little bit of a bye. And also those key players getting a week to mentally prepare for this early playoff game. The coaching staff, on the other hand, used this time, like many coaching staffs do, to break up within the departments different teams that they possibly could be facing in this game. And then the group that was working on the Tennessee Titans went and spread their knowledge throughout the coaching staff immediately following the game against the Denver Broncos, got Andy Reid and company up to speed. So the feeling into this game, also with the health of their rookie running back Kareem Hunt, who Andy Reid told me has not hit a rookie wall by any means, a much different feel, Kay, than the one the Tennessee Titans are coming into this game with.
James, just one carry for that rookie running back, who's, by the way, the lead rusher in the NFL this season, and he got that by running the ball just once last week. So fresh legs all around. Alex Smith and Kareem Hunt getting set to host in the wild card. All right, we're getting you guys set for wild card weekend. So right now, let's see how all these playoff teams in the AFC stack up against one another. It is another round of, say it with me, Name That Team. We did it with the NFC and the AFC last week. Let's kick it off now and take a look at this. I'm going to give everybody a category, and each of you hold up the team that best corresponds to that category. Let's start with the quarterback position, right? There's at least 2 Hall of Famers in the AFC playoffs, but which AFC playoff team has just the best quarterback?
You guys, Trey.
Heading into the playoffs, who has the best? Nate, you want to go Brady?
It's no question. I could try to be cute and take the long way around and pick up any other one, but it's Tom Brady. At his age, what he's doing, leading the league, it's undoubtedly Tom Brady's the best quarterback.
All time, it's Tom Brady. This season, it's Tom Brady. I think he might win the MVP. I think he's first team All-Pro. Not just the NFL, it's not just the AFC, it's the NFL. I think Tom Brady better than any quarterback in football this year at any point in the season. I'm going Brady.
Even given his recent struggles.
Yep.
Yeah. It's tough. It's like, what's the best movie about a sea vessel that sinks in the ocean? I would go, but here's what I'm going to say.
I'm going to ask Cam Newton.
No. He's never seen it. I'm just going to put this up right now because I think Roethlisberger is playing better than Brady right now. And I also thought it was fascinating what Roethlisberger said this week. He said, guess who I want to play? Guess who I want to see in the divisional round? He wants to see Jacksonville. He's out and he says, I want to show that 5-interception game against Jacksonville was not me. I don't see Hall of Fame quarterbacks talk like that. Brady's the greatest athlete I've ever seen, him and Jordan, but Roethlisberger's playing really well. I got my eye on him.
Yeah, I think it's Brady's until somebody takes him out. And it could very well be a Big Ben playing the way he's playing right now. And if they get Antonio Brown back, as you said, next category, guys, and name that team. Plenty of superstars trying to slow down those quarterbacks. Which AFC playoff team? This is a really tough one. Who's the best defensive player?
Okay. I'll start. I'm going to go also with the hottest, and I'm going to go at Arrowhead Stadium on Saturday afternoon for Marcus Peters.
Oh.
Marcus Peters, what he's been through this year, has suddenly evolved into that ball hawk that we fell in love with. They always say he really retired Peyton Manning. He got Peyton Manning benched in the middle of his retirement season. Then he got benched this year, comes out in that Saturday night game against the Chargers, and has been doing this ever since. It's interesting with the Titans, they don't have that proverbial Julio Jones #1 that he has to lock up. So we're going to have to see this dude tackle, too, especially on Derrick Henry. But I think Marcus Peters is on fire right now.
There's nothing more toxic in March than hearing the term 31-year-old signing a mega deal. And yet this one clicks for all reasons. Calais Campbell, to me, is on such a tear this season. It's his best year as a pro, and he's doing it at 31 years old in a new city and a new scheme.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Calais Campbell in this playoffs. And you know, Bruce Arians retires. Carson Palmer retires. All these old Cardinals. Here's one that's still standing. It's Calais Campbell. That's who I think of when I think of that era on defense. I can't wait to see him go up against the Buffalo Bills on Sunday.
Most sacks in the AFC.
It's going to be tough for you guys to argue what I'm about to say. I got a guy, defensive guy, who will have the most impact, and he will do that without making one play. Ryan Shazier. He's the best defensive player. We want to see him on his feet, but more importantly, with everything that he's going through, he is more involved in what's going on with his team than he's ever been before on social media, Twitter and Instagram. The guys are going to be more motivated than ever with this guy as somebody to plan for. Ryan Shazier is the best player.
Well said all around. Next up, the AFC might be called top-heavy. Everybody calls it that, but even those top teams aren't without their flaws, right? So which AFC playoff team do you guys think has the biggest, the biggest concern?
Kate, you touched on this earlier in the show. I'm going to go right here. LaShawn McCoy is the best player on the Bills. I think not the best offensive player and best running back, the best player. His status, we don't know. I remember Garofalo was on the show earlier this week and said LaShawn could have re-entered that game last week if they really needed him. Really watch this one because I think he is the Bills' identity. It represents a lot to them. They need him out there big time. LaShawn.
I'm going to put up this Jaguars logo, and you're going to think it's Bortles. It's not. It's Bortles receivers. Marquise Lee, I'm not sure if he's 100%. Hearns, Robinson, they're not there. I mean, it's one thing. It's a nice story to have Jadon Mickens and Keelan Cole step up in regular season games, but when you're going up against that Bills defense and Tre'Davious White and Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer, guys that are gamers and tough, I don't know if the passing game is going to be there, and you're going to have to wonder if Blake Bortles, it's not just him, it's the entire passing game, what they have in store, because the weapons might not just be on the field in a game that they're going to need weapons to win.
Peter, remember last week he threw a perfect touchdown pass to Dede Westbrook, went right through his hands. It was a great throw by Bortles. You got to catch that.
I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm not trying to read too much in the situation or nag this offense. Get it, Andy Reid and Nagy. They made the switch, but it was that dip in the middle of the season where I thought to myself, did they lose everything that we thought they were? But then they recaptured that back, and as much as I've been riding this horse and saying that the Chiefs are going to be so good in the postseason, I am scared to death that they will regress at the wrong time, and they're going to show us that team that took that dip in the middle of the season. So my concern is the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know what I'm going to see, but either way, this is why I'm going to have my eyes on them.
I know it's top-heavy in the AFC because of this team.
Sure.
I do low-key have a concern about Brady. I know they're going to be there. They'll probably be in the Super Bowl. He completed less than 50% of his passes against the Jets. That was lost in all the hoopla around Tyler Boyd and everything else. Hopefully, he gets some time to rest with that Achilles injury. But ever since that creeped up, he has not looked the same.
I know. It's a good point.
I think he gets Chris Hogan back as well. So probably a moot point. All right, the final category, there are some trash-talking defenders and flashy rookies on this side of the bracket. Which AFC playoff team has the best entertainer?
Okay.
Easy enough.
I'll go first.
Go ahead, Peter. You're the entertainer.
I'm the entertainer. I'm Billy Joel. I'm going to go with this guy. Deuces. I'm going with Tyreek Hill. When he touches the ball, it's electric. I feel like one of the great regrets the Chiefs had going into last offseason after that loss to the Steelers in the playoffs is that Alex Smith played it so conservatively. The weather was terrible. You lose 18-16 in a weird game, and it felt like Alex Smith did not use Tyreek Hill enough. They didn't go deep to him. At some point in this game against the Titans, Tyreek Hill is going to make a play. He, to me, is fast food. He's instant offense, and he is a delight to watch.
Fast food is a good way of putting it.
It's fast food.
Get it quick, incredibly gratifying. It's not good for you if you're a defense. I love it.
I want Tyreek Hill to make a play.
You know, right out the gate, I wanted to go with Antonio Brown, but Antonio Brown is going to be on the sideline. Maybe he plays. We're still going to find out and see and wait what happens. But Juju Smith, and what he does when he gets in on, he's been trending upward all season. And just imagine what he's going to do when the playoffs come around, and the time is here. So, listen, This Juju is something else, like a bad voodoo curse. I'm going with Juju Smith-Schuster.
Great answers, electric players. There's been 2 moments in this NFL season that have made me jump off the couch and scream and laugh. One was Leonard Fournette doing the Summoner, and the other one was the quarterback of this team, Marcus Mariota. I have not been this entertained by a Marcus since the one who was eating mushrooms and fighting Bowser, or Mario rather, Super Mariota. This is one of the greatest plays I have seen all year. Maybe he turns the corner and then he's got something to say. I cannot get enough of this, and if he drops another stiff arm in the playoffs,